Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on the channel. In today's video, we are doing our updated midfielders tier list. So I normally try to always do these at the end of the month. It is May now, so we didn't quite get these out for the end of April, but we will be doing the midfielders today, then the attackers tomorrow, and then at the end of May, we'll do an actual updated tier list for May. That'll probably be towards the end of team of the season, so by then, we'll have a lot of new cards. The community team season's come out, so there's a few cards from there and here. And yeah, quite a lot of great midfielders. I think we've got somewhere between 50 to 60 in this tier list today. As always, I rate the cards based on purely the cards. I forget the chemistry, forget their price. I rate on how good I think the card is. So if someone like Simmons or Simons, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, is better than Bruno Guimaraes, I'm going to put that, even though Bruno, being Brazilian and Prem, is easier to fit in. You might not always agree with my opinions. As always, I always say I've not used every single card in these lists. You can't do a video like this having used every card. That's just the truth. I'll have used a lot of the cards, or at very least a version of them, and played against all of them at some point as well. And then you can also get a pretty good grasp from the stats. If you disagree, feel free to say in the comments. If you want to be disrespectful about it, whatever, I really couldn't care less, so it's whatever. I don't read that and then think, oh no, and get upset. I see a lot of comments all the time. The ones who are supportive, appreciate my content. I appreciate you guys, and thank you for watching. But yeah, these tier lists seem to be popular, always seem to generate quite a bit of debate. So we're going to go fast through them. At the end of the day, there is so many cards. If I've missed some out, I apologise. I try to get all the big ones in here, but there's so many cards in the game now. There's probably 200 cards I could put into this video. So, Bernardo Silva. He is a little bit lightweight with that strength and defending. 4-star is pretty good though. As a midfielder who's more attacking, he is very good. The pace split's not ideal. He is insane on the ball though, like as good as it gets on the ball basically. The 3 key dribbling stats are agility, balance, dribbling. He's 99 on all of them. He's got 99 ball control. Obviously the rest of his dribbling stats are crazy. He's got great stamina. His passing's brilliant. He's got a great shot. I'm going to put him A tier. I think he's a bit weak and his defending's a bit poor, and he doesn't have a 5-star. He's probably lower end A tier, which might sound crazy considering how juicy some of his stats are. But for a midfielder who's weak, got a bad pace split, not the best at defending, no 5-star, I think that's fair. Tolisso always seems to get decent cards on FIFA. 5-star weak foot, I like that. He's definitely a bit slow at this point though at 80 pace. On the ball, okay. Shot, pretty damn good. Passing, very good on the key stats. So it says 85 passing, but 87 vision, 91 short, 93 long. He's basically around 90, 91 on average across the 3 key stats. Very good at defending, pretty good physically, pretty solid card, and the 5-star weak foot's very helpful. Thuram, pretty sure with this card is 3-star, 3-star still. If he was 4-star, 4-star, it'd helped a lot. I think he's very, very good. He's very well rounded. I don't think he massively excels in any area to the point that I'm like, wow, that is crazy. But I think he's good enough across the board, which is what I want in midfielder, to put him into the A tier. If he were 4-4, he'd be high A tier. If he had like a 5 weak foot, maybe he could be S tier. Musiala. A little bit like the Bernardo Silva, just worse to be honest. He does have better skill moves, but whilst he's great on the ball, he's a bit worse. His shot's worse. He's a bit worse pace split. His passing's a bit worse. It's a bit worse physical. I think Musiala for me is top end B tier and Bernardo's going to be low end A tier. Modric, low end S tier. Very good. Bit small and lightweight, but obviously he's a team that is cracked across the board. De Bruyne, top few midfielder in the game. Benacer, not a bad pace split to be fair. With Shadow, he's insanely quick. Ridiculous on the ball. Not a great shot. It's not awful. Elite defending. Very good physical. Good passing. 4-3. I think that compared to Thuram, who's a bit bigger and a bit stronger, I think I prefer him, but they're pretty close. Declan Rice. So Rice has pretty great pace now, but his shot's bad. He's not very good on the ball. Elite defending physical. Okay pace. Pretty good passing. Free though. I'm putting him top end C. If you compare him to like a Thuram, Thuram is much better on the ball, much better shot, quicker. I think there's quite a gap between the two. Enzo Fernandez. 4-star weak foot. The skills, not ideal, but not a huge issue. Again, just very, very good across the board. I'm probably putting him top end B. Guimaraes. Yeah, it's not working. Bruno G. Okay, so okay pace, but midfielder's starting to get a bit faster than that at this point of the game. Good physical, great defending, pretty good on the ball, great passing. Okay shot. It's definitely not a great shot, but it's usable. Like I would say in front of goal, he's going to be fairly reliable. Now, if he was 5-star weak foot instead of skills, I'd really like this. I think he's probably low end A because he still is very well rounded. No, I'm going to top end B actually because 3-star weak foot's an issue. If he had a 5-star weak foot, it'd be top end A though probably. Simons. Now he's 4'4", but he's ridiculously fast. With an anchor on him, his physicals are pretty great. He's got really good passing, insane shot, one of the best players in the game on the ball, and insanely quick, and he's 4'4". He is small, but the rest of the card is that good. And I remember using Verratti, who I loved, even though he's that small. I think this Simmons, honestly, is probably better than Modric. It's both 4'4", miles quicker, but better shot. He'll be about as good on the ball, bit better physical. It's pretty crazy, that card. Bellingham, I think, was a better version of all these, just even more well-rounded and taller. Rabia. 3-5, very nice. Good pace. Okay pace. Solid shot. Very good on the key passing stats. Strong. Okay defending. Like, he's got some brilliant defending stats, but that defending awareness is pretty bad. Not the best on the ball. Probably low B. Valverde, starting to fall off a bit. I think he'll get a team of the season, though. But for now, an anchor on him. Very good, but a bit clunky. Okay shot. He's pretty good. Probably like mid-B tier. Pedri. 5'4" on this card. Shadow on him. Defending's okay. Brilliant passing. Pretty bad shot though. Like, it's usable but not great. Good on the ball. Pretty solid physical. Very quick. Keane. I'm going to put him like A tier. I think this Keane is very, very good. Bit limited going forward, but his passing is actually very good. And he's insane defensively. Beckham. Probably low end S tier. I still think he'll be a bit better than this guy. Actually, I don't know. Beckham's taller, but this Simmons is probably just better across the board. So Zidane, I do think is better than any of these at this point. 5'5" is just huge in itself. Frankie Lampard. Quite quick compared to what you'd expect of a Lampard. 4'4". He's just quite clunky with that agility and balance. I've played against him. I think, his 93 tried out. I didn't try out because you have to get that through objectives. Can't remember which Lampard it was I used. Maybe it was Prime, and this is a lot better. But his passing's great. He's good physical. Got a brilliant shot. I just think the clunkiness is enough to stop him being into the S tier. Pirlo at this point, probably low B. Quite limited in some ways. Slightly going off the pace in terms of his pace. Defending physical, not great, but excels in other areas. Xavi, basically better than Pirlo other than the skills. But he's a much worse Luka Modric, to be fair. And Luka Modric, bottom end of that, so there's quite a gap. Stevie G, 5-star weak foot. I'd prefer that compared to 4'4". But he's like the Lampard card. Bit better in some ways, bit worse in others. Bit slow, to be honest. But pretty comparable. I think Lampard's overall card just looks a bit better. But Jared has the weak foot, but the skill moves is nice too on Lampard. SCM. 4-star weak foot's nice. Brilliant defending physical. Compared to Roy Keane, he's not quite as good in some areas, so I think he's a bit lower than Keane. I'm going to put him top end of B. Verratti. Really liked Verratti's card. Honestly, one of my favourite cards I've used this year. 5-star weak foot. Very quick off the mark. Brilliant on the ball. High defending. The defender wear's not amazing, but it's good. He's limited shooting, but you don't really use him for that. Great passing with a 5-star weak foot. Dade. Pretty good card, to be honest. 4-star weak foot. Ridiculous pace. Usable shot. Great on the key passing stats. Good physical. Good defending. good on the ball, probably high-end A tier, to be honest. Hullet, still I think going to be the best midfielder in the game. Joe Linton, pretty good card for free. And honestly, for the most part, he is not that hard to grind. I've got 4 out of 5 of his objectives purely from just playing champs. I haven't got Prem players in. If I had, I'd got him pretty easily. I don't think he's good enough that I'd be like, in a good team, you'd have to grind him. But it's a good card. Bit clunky on the ball. Defending's pretty solid. Great physical. Good shot. Pretty good passing. Fairly quick. 3-4. It's a pretty decent card for free. Vieira, I'm going to put bottom end S. I think he's limited in quite a few ways, but this trophy, I'm going to probably put him a bit higher actually. This trophy Titans, to be fair, is boosted quite a lot. And some of his weak points aren't as weak anymore. I've played on someone's account with him. He's insane on the ball compared to what you'd expect. He feels a lot better than the other Gerrard. The other Vieiras. Does feel better than Gerrard as well. You could go an anchor on this card to make the strength a lot better. I think that's probably worthwhile. Ridiculous defending, passing, shot, pace. He's not the best on the ball, but other than that, he's pretty special. I think he's better than Modric. Zanetti, we're going to put him and Lam pretty much next to each other. They're very similar cards. I think Zanetti edges it because of his physical, but they're pretty similar cards. Tal, pretty damn hard to fit in. But when you can, brilliant card. 4-5, solid shot, okay-ish passing. It's just he's so good across the board and he's 4-5. If you can fit him in, top-end card. I think these cards are maybe a bit high, to be honest, as well, when I look at some of the cards we're putting in these tiers. 4-4. When you look at his card, pretty great. Amazing on the ball, great on the key passing stats. He's just quite weak in a limited shot. It's a bit like the Pedri card. Better in some ways, but Pedri does have 5-star skills. Akalele. Not quite as good as SCN in my opinion, just in terms of how he plays. So I'll put him a bit lower. Veron. Bit slow, but a very usable card in general. Pace. Ain't great. Bit clunky, but pretty in general, pretty good. He's like a worse Gerrard to me, so probably around there. Alonso at this point, 4-4, bit slow. Starts to go down, but he was pretty good for when he came out. The Koi, 3-star weak foot really hurts this card. Because when you look at it, he's rapid, got a great shot, pretty decent on the ball. His passing's fine, he's good physical. I think that 3-star weak foot hurts it, but I'm still going to put him at low end A because I think it's that good across the board. Trophy, Titans, Yaya. Not a huge upgrade, to be honest, on some of his previous cards. Still is the best one, but he's still average on the ball. Okay, but not great defending. His passing, physical are great. He's decent enough pace. He's a good shot. I mean, he's got that big presence too, so I'm going to put him around here. But I don't think he's pushing S tier. Whereas if you'd have said to me, yeah, I was going to have a 3rd special item, I'd have been like, yeah, that card's 100% going to be an S tier midfielder. I just don't feel he is on this game. 5-4 on this Benzema. Pretty good card in general. I think top end B. Pogba. Compared to this Benzema, pretty similar to be honest, but a little better across the board. So I'm going to put him into the A. Sabitzer. He was pretty good. Again, just very well rounded. 4-4 is pretty nice. Kante, one of the most disappointing overpriced SBCs this year for me. 1.3 mil for a card that can't really shoot. Weak. Passing's okay, but not great. Can't shoot. Pretty slow at this point in the game. Don't get me wrong, he will be effective, but I'm putting him like B tier. Whereas I think an SBC that's that expensive should be like... If a card is 1.3 mil, he should be insane and top end of A, low end S tier minimum for an SBC that's untradeable. Lorente, crazy fast, so you can put an anchor on him. He's great physical and his pace is insane. He's got a good shot, good passing, good on the ball, good defending. I think this card's probably like around here with Modric. And Kunku, not S tier anymore in my opinion. 5-5's brilliant, but few weaknesses across the board. Still top end. Saseda, one of these cards that 3-3. If he was 4-4, he'd be nutty. He's got crazy stamina, of course. Brilliant defending. Pretty good on the ball. The passing's a bit meh. Shot's not great, but he's rapid. He will definitely be very usable. I'm probably going to put him around there. But I think he'd be better than Kante. But you can get this Caicedo for free. In my opinion, he's going to be a fair bit better than Kante, who was 1.3 mil. I know people tried to defend that Kante SBC, but I just don't see how anyone could justify it. What Kante would have is Chelsea, and French is a lot better, of course. Park, no need for any stamina boost. You can't get any anyway, but the passing's okay. Solid shot. Brilliant on the ball. 4-star weak foot, quick. Good defending. I like that card. Gundogan, the Man City 1. Did he get a weak foot upgrade? No. 4-4 on this card. Great to elite defending, really. Good physical. Brilliant passing. Amazing shot. Good on the ball. Quick. And that Gundogan's pretty damn good, to be honest. Goretzka. This is definitely a what could have been card. I paid 1.2 mil. And then Bayern got Man City'd. He's still great. Bit clunky. He feels okay on the ball, but he's a bit clunky. He's great physical. Passing's brilliant. Good shot. He's pretty clinical, I would say. And he's still in my team now. But I think he's like around here. Whereas I think if Man City had lost to Bayern and he'd gone to the semi, he'd be like there. And then if they made the final, he could have been around here. Berea, card that's had quite a few upgrades because of Inter doing well. I think if they make a final, he gets a 5-star on one of these. I can't remember which one it is. But still, 3-star, 3-star. We're judging the card on now. Great defending, great stamina, amazing on the ball. Okay shot, quick, great passing. I'm going to put him like bottom end A, but 3-star, 3-star can't go much higher, to be honest. Fabian, pretty good card. 4-star, 4-star. I just, when I look at it, bit weak. Doesn't excel quite enough in some of these areas, so it's probably top end B. Frankie de Jong, a bit like that card, but bad weak foot. I'm putting him top end of C now. Soler. To be honest, I think I could put quite a few of these cards down here now. I think we've got enough that we could do that. I think we've got too many in B tier at this point. Maybe I'm being harsh on some cards, and maybe some of these cards are just worth it, but I feel like we can't just have every card in B tier. Soler, pretty good defensively, solid physical, great passing. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot, but there's so many cards that are just so samey now, and it gets more like this as the year goes on. I have to say the same stuff. 5-star weak foot, pretty damn nice. Guendouzi. Nope, it's Guendouzi. We prefer the 5-star weak foot in midfield. Very good in every area, really, but not particularly excelling anywhere. So I don't think he's quite A tier. And then Gavi, 4-4, but very fast. He's just too weak and bad at defensive awareness to push him too high. I think like I could be a lot more detailed and really fine-tune this, but I think it would be taking like an hour to do that or something. I think that I'm pretty happy, generally speaking, where most of the cards are. I think the S tier, I'm pretty set on that. That Simons is honestly crazy. How much was it? 800k. It shows you how crazy a card is when he's in packs right now. He's Dutch, playing in the Eredivisie, and people are paying that much for him. If he was Prem, he'd be worth a few mil. So I don't think the price is always a completely fair reflection. But like, if you look at Marcus, well, let's look at Modric, for example, team of the year. He's 150k less than Modric, who's playing for Real Madrid in La Liga. You can only imagine what it'd cost if he was playing for Real Madrid. I appreciate you guys watching this video. Hopefully it's helped you pick out some players for your team in the future. Appreciate you guys watching. Let me know in the comments what you think. As always, keep it spicy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.